into your driveway, it's a Saturday night. You look like $1,000,000 wearing that dress I like. You're smiling, but there's something missing in your eyes. Girl, I can tell that you have something on your mind. But I will make you forget all your sorrows. Let go like there's no tomorrow. Let's have a drink, just relax, all your problems will fade.
Hey sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new here. My name is Bethany. Here on my channel you can find all things homemaking. Today's video I am bringing you a homemaker motivation video, which is going to incorporate all things homemaking, from cleaning, cooking, canning, baking, whatever you would do as a homemaker. That is what today's video is going to be. I also want to mention that today's video is part of a collaboration with a bunch of other YouTubers here on YouTube. It is hosted by my sweet friend Tamra over at Southern Wife Everyday Life, and so she's hosting today's collaboration. I will leave a link to her Instagram and her channel down below, as well as a link to the playlist. So whenever you're done with my video, I would love it if you would check out the playlist videos. And if you're coming over here from someone else's channel, hello and welcome. I hope that you stick around and join my YouTube family over here. Like I said, I post a lot of homemaking motivation, cleaning, cooking, canning, baking, grocery hauls, all the things. So if that's interesting to you, please give this video a big thumbs up and hit that red subscribe button. Let's go ahead and jump on into today's video. So to start out today's video, I'm gonna go ahead and get this roast going in the crock pot. I am actually putting just the roast in the crock pot today. We have a very busy day with bowling and things later, and so I just need to get dinner in the crock pot and get this going. So I'm going to put just the roast in there. I'm going to put the onions and the celery from the vegetables in there as well, but the potatoes and carrots I'm going to cook separate. My husband prefers the potatoes and carrots to be cooked separately, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So to my crock pot, I'm just going to add the roast, the seasoning packet, and then I'm going to cut up the onions and the couple pieces of celery in there and put those in there, and then just let that go on high. I'm starting this a little bit later in the morning. It's about 10 o'clock when I'm getting this started, so I'm going to go ahead and do this on high for 4 to 6 hours just to make sure it's done before my husband has to leave for bowling tonight. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do, is just get dinner going in the crock pot, and then I need to make my bed. I want to do some canning. I also need to go through my son's clothes and kind of just see what he has for, you know, the rest of like the winter season, and then spring and summer coming up, to see what he might need. So there's a lot going on in today's video, but I hope that it will give you some motivation and inspiration, and hopefully maybe you will tackle your day with me, or, you know, save this for some future motivation. Either way, I'm just so happy that you guys are here today. I do want to let you know, if you're new here, or even if you're a longtime friend and you haven't caught a video in a little while, whenever I hit 3,000 subscribers, I plan to do a giveaway. So definitely stay tuned for future videos. You never know when that giveaway is going to pop up after I hit 3,000 subscribers, but I do want to give back to you guys. I think telling you guys is important, but also giving back is important as well, just to say thank you and show you guys some appreciation. So definitely stay tuned for that.
Yes, I've seen his eternal glory. Felt his hand when I was astray. I never knew until...
Whenever I was done making my bed, I realized that the TV stand, or the fireplace I should say, in our bedroom was pretty dusty, so I wanted to go ahead and just give this a wipe down. So there's a little bit of cleaning motivation in here for you today as well. So I'm going to go ahead, give this a good wipe down, and then we're going to work our way into some other spaces of the home.
The burning flame within my soul. The fire
Okay, so just going through my son's drawers, I'm just going to kind of take out everything that doesn't fit him, that he's not in the current size of, and just reorganize his drawers, fold up his pants to where it's a little bit easier for us to see what he has, and then move on to his shirts and things like that. His pajama drawer I do show you at the end, but I didn't have to do really anything in the pajama drawer because my friend's son is just a tad bit older than my son, but he's in a size bigger than my son. So she passes down any clothes and any pajamas, and she just recently gave us some pajamas. So we're all stocked up on pajamas for him for a while, but I did notice he's going to need some more, items for spring and summer and things like that. But that's why I wanted to go through his drawers just to see what he had, take inventory, and my next step, probably in a future video, is to do the same thing for my daughters, just to make sure she's got items that she needs, and if she doesn't, we can take inventory and get them what they need before the season arrives.
When I was lost and hopeless, when I was at my worst, it's grace that you extended that I did not deserve. I am so amazed by all you have done. I cannot explain the depth of your love. Limits can't contain the heart of you, God. I'm amazed at the depth of your love. Your mercy came and found me, gave me a second birth. I'm overwhelmed and grateful. You took what I deserve. I am so amazed by all you have done. I cannot explain the depth of your love. Limits can't contain.
These are the afters of his drawers. We have t-shirts off to one side, long sleeve shirts off to the other, and now I know what he has, and it's easier to find items. And then down in the pants area and shorts, we have shorts off to one side, pants off to the other, and it makes it so much easier to find them. But now I'm going to go ahead and move on to the canning portion of today's video. I had these carrots in the fridge that we just were not eating up in time, and that's the beautiful thing about canning, is nothing ever has to go to waste. So before these carrots do go bad, I'm going to go ahead and peel them up, cut the ends off of them, slice them up, and put them into some pint-sized jars. And I actually am doing a candied carrot recipe. Usually I would just can my carrots with water and salt, or just water depending on how I'm feeling that day. But I wanted to try a new recipe, so I will try to remember to have that link down below in case you are curious or interested how I did it, if you want to do it for yourself, if you're somebody who cans. But like I said, I just sliced these up. I'm going to add them to my jars, and then for the seasonings that I'm going to add, you need ginger and cinnamon and brown sugar, and then a little bit of sea salt. I had already added the sea salt to the jars, but this is what I'm going to be using. I will end up using a fourth a teaspoon of the ginger and the cinnamon, maybe a little less. I'm kind of eyeballing it. And then I'm going to use a half a tablespoon, like a kind of a heaping half a tablespoon of brown sugar per jar, and then you just go ahead and add it to your jars. And then when you're done, you can add your boiling water to the jars, wipe the rims, put on your lids and rings and things like that. I am pressure canning mine today. Any items that are low acidity, I pressure can. That's just what I feel is safe for my family. So items like carrots, potatoes, green beans, corn, your meats, things like that, I pressure can. And then the things that I don't pressure can are things like your jams, jellies, salsas, stewed tomatoes. The items with higher acidity levels, I will water bath can. But just for my liking and my family, I pressure can certain items. I know that you can find many recipes of rebel canning for things like this, and Amish canning, and that's totally fine. You do what you feel is safe for your family. Okay, because I'm waiting for my canner to heat up, because these do have they had boiling water that I put in them. So these are hot, so you want to hot pack them. But while I'm waiting for these to go in the canner, I got a baggie out, and all the scraps from my carrots, I had pre-washed the carrots, but all the scraps here, I'm going to go ahead and put in this bag, because whenever this bag is full with vegetable scraps, or like, you know, leftover rotisserie chicken scraps, you can put all of this together in your crock pot overnight or in a big stock pot and bring it up to a rolling boil, and then you can make your own broth with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and save my scraps so I can make a broth later on. So you can see all the carrot scraps in here, and then I had some onion scraps as well in a baggie in there, as well as some celery. But I just went ahead and put all this in one bag so I could consolidate it, and then I'll put it in the fridge. And pretty soon this will be full enough to make broth, which will be really yummy, delicious, nutritious broth to add to any of your soups, stews, things like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and freeze this.
As we hold each other.
So now that the lid is on the pressure canner, I'll wait for it to come up to pressure, meaning it will have a steady stream there. And then once it has a steady stream, I'll set my timer for 10 minutes, let it vent. And then I will set it for 25 minutes after it's done venting. I can put the weight on it. The weight starts jiggling, set it for 25 minutes, and then that's how long the carrots will process for.
That I love you. Ooh, ooh, you. Ooh, ooh, you.
So as soon as this starts jiggling, that's when I will set my timer for about 25 to 30 minutes. So I ended up processing my carrots for 30 minutes, but this is what they look like coming out of the pressure canner. They look so delightful, and I cannot wait to try these. I absolutely love canning and just sharing canning here on my channel. I think it's so relaxing, and it's so fun to, you know, share these kinds of things and have shelf-stable meals and items on the pantry for years to come. But I just want to say thank you so much for joining me on today's video. Again, please check out the playlist down in the description box. There's so many lovely ladies and YouTubers participating in this collaboration, so please be sure to show them some love, let them know I sent you, and say hello. As always, if you're in need of prayer, please leave it down in the comments. I'd love to say a prayer for you. I hope you all have a wonderful and blessed day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.